You watch English movies and you understand them. You listen to English podcasts and you follow along just fine. You read English sentences and everything makes sense. But then someone speaks to you in English and suddenly nothing comes out. Your mouth is open, your brain is empty, and you think, why? Why can I understand everything but say almost nothing? This is one of the most common and most frustrating problems for English learners everywhere. And today, we are going to explain exactly why it happens, and more importantly, what you can do about it right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. It is so wonderful to have you here today. I am Kate.
And I am Martin. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Whether you are a regular viewer or joining us for the very first time, welcome. We are so happy you found us.
This channel is for English learners who want real, everyday English. We speak naturally, we keep things simple, and we talk about topics that actually matter to you in your real life, not just textbook English. Real English.
So please, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button right now and tap the bell so you never miss a new episode. Also, give this video a like. It helps so many more English learners find this channel.
And leave a comment below. Tell us where you are watching from. We love every single message. Okay, are you ready? Because today's topic is something I know a lot of you have been waiting for. Let's begin.
Kate, today's topic. Tell us what we're diving into.
Today, we are talking about something that almost every English learner experiences, and it is so frustrating. Why you can understand English, but you cannot speak it. You listen well, you read well, but when it is time to speak, you freeze. You go blank. Nothing comes out the way you want it to.
This is so real. I have seen this in so many people, including myself at different points in learning a language. You feel like there is a wall between what you know and what you can actually say.
A wall. Yes, that is exactly what it feels like. And today, we are going to break that wall down. We are going to explain why this gap exists, and we're going to give you real, simple steps to start speaking, even before you feel ready. Let's go.
Kate, let's start with the big question. Why does this happen? Why can someone understand English perfectly but struggle to speak it?
Great question, and the answer is actually simple once you understand it. Understanding a language and speaking a language are two completely different skills. They use different parts of your brain, they need different types of practice, and most learners only practice one of them.
Which one do they practice?
Listening and reading. Most English learners spend almost all of their time consuming English. They watch videos, listen to podcasts, read books and articles, and that is wonderful. That builds your passive vocabulary. But speaking, that is active vocabulary, and it needs totally different practice.
Passive vocabulary. I love that term. Can you explain it simply for our viewers?
Of course. Passive vocabulary means the words you understand when you hear or read them, but you can't always use them when you speak. Active vocabulary means the words you can actually use when you talk. And here's the interesting thing. Most people have a much larger passive vocabulary than active vocabulary. They know the word when they see it, but they can't find it when they need it.
That's so true. That is exactly it. Here in Washington, I once had a student who could pass a written English test with a very high score. But if you asked her, "How was your weekend?" she would freeze. She knew the words, but under pressure, in real time, they just did not come out.
And that is not a failure of intelligence. That is a gap in the type of practice. She practiced for tests, not for conversation. Tests are slow. You have time to think. Real conversation is fast. It does not wait for you.
Real conversation does not wait. That is a really important point. When someone speaks to you, they are not going to stop and give you 2 minutes to think of the right word. The moment passes, and if you are not trained to respond quickly, you say nothing, and then you feel embarrassed.
And then the embarrassment makes you more scared next time. So you avoid speaking, and then your speaking gets worse, and then you feel even more embarrassed. It's a cycle, and the only way to break the cycle is to speak. Even badly, even imperfectly, just speak.
Even badly. I think that is the best advice, and I want to give an example. Think about learning to drive a car. You can read every book about driving. You can watch every YouTube video about how to drive. You can understand every rule. But until you sit in the car and actually drive, you are not a driver. You are just someone who knows about driving.
Oh, that is such a perfect example. English speaking is the same. You can know everything about English, but until you open your mouth and speak regularly, repeatedly, you are not building your speaking skill. You're just building your English knowledge.
Knowledge and skill are different things. Knowledge is what you know. Skill is what you can do. And speaking English is a skill. It lives in your mouth, in your tongue, in your breath, not just in your brain.
I love that. It lives in your mouth. And here in Washington, I always tell learners, your mouth needs exercise, just like your body needs exercise. If you never run and then one day you try to run 5 kilometers, you will struggle. Not because you are weak, but because your body is not trained for it yet.
And the same is true for speaking. If you never speak English and then one day someone asks you a question in English, you will struggle. Not because you don't know English, but because your mouth is not trained for it yet.
There is also another reason people can't speak even when they understand, and this one is very important. It is the pressure to be perfect. When you are listening or reading, it does not matter if you are slow, nobody knows. But when you speak, people can hear your mistakes, and that fear of being judged makes you freeze.
The fear of being judged, that is huge. And here in Washington, I have met so many people who speak English almost perfectly in their head. They think in English. They plan what to say, but when they open their mouth, a different, simpler, broken version comes out, and they feel terrible about it.
But here's the truth that changes everything. The people who improve fastest are not the most talented. They're the most willing to make mistakes in public. They speak broken English and they don't care. They speak, they get feedback, they improve. And slowly, the broken English becomes fluent English.
There is also something called output practice. Most learners know what input is, watching, reading, listening, but they forget about output. Output is speaking and writing, and output practice is what trains your brain to produce English, not just receive it.
Output practice is so important because when you try to say something in English, your brain notices where you are missing words. It notices where you are unsure. And that noticing, that gap, is actually where learning happens. You realize what you need to improve, and you go and learn it.
So speaking, even speaking badly, is actually learning. Every time you try to say something and struggle, you are growing. You're identifying a gap, and gaps are good. Gaps are opportunities.
Gaps are opportunities. I love that. And I want to say one more thing before we get to the tips. Many learners wait. They say, I will start speaking when my English is good enough. But the problem is, your English will never feel good enough if you never speak. Speaking is what makes it good enough. You cannot think your way to fluency. You have to speak your way there.
That's so true. You cannot think your way to fluency. That is quotable. That needs to go on a poster somewhere because it is 100% true. Fluency comes from doing, from speaking, from making mistakes and continuing anyway.
Okay, let's make that poster. But first, let's give everyone the tips to actually start doing it. Because knowing the problem is one thing, having the steps to fix it, that is what changes everything.
Okay, practical tips. Things you can start doing today. Kate, tip number 1?
Tip number 1, talk to yourself in English every single day. I know it sounds funny, but this is one of the most powerful things you can do. When you wake up, narrate your morning in English. I am making coffee. The sky is cloudy today. I have a meeting at 10 o'clock. Simple sentences, out loud, every day.
Tip number 2, shadow native speakers. Shadowing means you listen to a sentence in English and then you repeat it immediately out loud, trying to copy the same rhythm, speed, and sound. You can do this with our podcast. Pause, repeat, pause, repeat. It trains your mouth to produce natural English sounds and patterns.
Tip 3, speak before you feel ready. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting until your English is good enough. It will never feel good enough until you start speaking and build real confidence. Make a promise to yourself. I will say at least one thing in English today, to a real person or alone, but out loud.
Tip 4, Build sentences, not just vocabulary. Many learners study single words, but words alone are not enough to speak. You need sentence patterns, chunks of language, phrases you can use immediately. Learn sentences like, I think that, in my opinion, the reason is. These are ready-made sentence openers that give you a way to start.
And tip 5, record yourself speaking. Use your phone. Talk for 1 minute about anything. Your day, a film you watched, your opinion on something. Then play it back. You will hear your mistakes. You will see what you need to improve. And over time, you will also hear your progress. And that progress is very motivating.
Practice time. And this is the most important part of today's episode. Because today, more than any other episode, we really need you to speak out loud. Not just listen, not just read. Open your mouth and say these sentences. Ready?
These are simple speaking starters, phrases that help you begin speaking even when you don't know what to say. Learn them, practice them, and use at least one of them today in a real conversation. Let's go.
To share an opinion. I think that, your idea. In my opinion, your thought. I believe that, your view.
To buy time while thinking. That's a good question. Let me think. How can I say this? Pause and continue. I'm not sure of the exact word, but it means to describe something you can't name. It's a kind of thing that you use to describe it. It's similar to, but a little different. The word in my language is, but in English I think it is,
To keep the conversation going. And what do you think about that? That's interesting. Can you tell me more? I understand what you mean. For me, it's a little different because...
Say those out loud right now. All of them. Go back and say them again. These phrases are your emergency toolkit. When your brain goes blank, reach for one of these. They will get you started. And once you start, the rest follows.
That's true. The hardest part of speaking is always the first word. After the first word, the second comes easier. After the second, the third. It is like pushing a heavy stone. The start is the hardest. Once it is moving, it gets lighter. So just start. Say one word, then another.
And remember, you already have everything you need. You understand English. The words are already in your head. Your job now is just to train your mouth to find them faster. And that only comes from one thing: practice, speaking practice, every day. Question of the day time. And today's question is very direct because I want to hear from you, honestly. Do you understand English better than you can speak it? What do you think is stopping you from speaking more? Tell us in the comments below and write your answer in English, even 2 sentences. That is already speaking practice. Write it in the comments right now, even if it is not perfect, especially if it is not perfect. That is the whole point of today's episode. You practice speaking by doing it, and writing a comment in English is doing it. So do it. We're waiting.
And we will be in the comments cheering you on. You are not alone in this. Every single person watching has felt this exact frustration. We all have, and we are all in it together.
Okay, everyone, let's wrap up. Today, we talked about something so many English learners struggle with. You understand English, but you can't speak it. And now you know why. Understanding and speaking are 2 different skills, and speaking is a muscle. It needs exercise.
Talk to yourself every day. Shadow what you hear. Speak before you feel ready. Learn phrase chunks and record yourself. These 5 habits, practiced consistently, will close the gap between understanding and speaking faster than anything else.
And remember what we said today. You cannot think your way to fluency. You have to speak your way there. 1 sentence at a time, 1 day at a time. And today is the perfect day to start.
Here in Washington, we always say the road to fluency is paved with imperfect sentences. Every mistake you make is 1 step closer. Every brave attempt at speaking is progress. Never forget that.
If today's episode helped you, please give it a big thumbs up. Share it with a friend who is learning English and struggling with this exact problem. You might give them exactly what they needed today.
Subscribe and hit the notification bell. We post new episodes every day. Real conversations, real English, real life topics, all made simple and natural just for you.
Thank you so much for being here today. Truly, you are doing something brave every time you press play on one of our videos. You are choosing to grow, and we are so proud of you for that.
Goodbye, everyone. Go speak some English today. Even one sentence. You've got this.
Bye-bye. See you in the next episode. We will be here waiting for you.